Hi guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to show you, this is going to be part two. Well, actually, this is going to be my second item that I'm going to show you as a special for Valentine's Day that's coming up. And because now it's officially Feb, super excited. So this tutorial is going to be super simple and easy. You're literally going to be using maybe 3 colors at best. And it's going to be the loose style of painting again. And the brushes I'm going to be using are number 7, number 4, number 8. And what we're going to be doing is Beets. And I will tell you what the tagline for this will be at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. And by beets, just FYI, it's not beets, it's beetroots. Yeah, I know, silly jokes by me. So the colors I'm using are going to be green, like a light green, a dark green, and my favorite darkish red. And yeah, I have my water right here. And I'm going to sort of try and mix the colors here so you can watch me dip them in and then put it on paper, because I did get a request for that. I'm just going to move stuff aside so I have some room. And we can start. So what I will start with is I'll start with let's do the beet itself. So we'll start with the thicker brush, which is the 8. And I'm just going to go in for the red. So I'm dipping in water. Move these aside for now. And I'm just going to take some of the red, put it on. Now I wonder if I might need a slightly darker color of something else. So that's the red. And I think I will introduce a black, just to sort of put a very slight amount at the end. So dipping my brush in the red color at this consistency that I have going on here, I'm just going to freehand the shape of the beet. Let's move this aside so there's no shadows happening. All right, so the beets are pretty much like I dip it in water, get some more water, and they have the tapering end. And so I have that consistency with the water going on, and I'm just gonna go. In fact, because I want the end to be super tapered, I'm going to take the thinner brush, which is the 4, and I'll just use more of the color and just from the edges go down. And then just do the same thing on the other side of the edge and have the color just kind of swish around. And I'm leaving a little bit of white space in there too. That's completely up to you how you want to excuse me, how you want to disperse that. I'm just retouching the edges, and I want to make sure that there's some sort of hints of almost like lines, horizontal lines. I don't know if I'll be able to get that at this point, but we'll try. And now this is where I'm going to use the same thing, the same brush, and go in with my black a little bit. So I'm just going to, without really cleaning it up, just going to get a little bit of the black. And then I think the edges here as well, where I will add some of it. And just make it darker at the bottom. And swish it around until you're kind of pleased with the gradation. So that's good. I'm just going to clean the brush, place my black back down, and just go back in with the red and just swish it around. And now I'll do another one on the side. And again, I'll just use the same thin one that I have because it'll work easier with the... I'm going to do that. I'm going to deliberately have it touch and have this one almost like at a slant. As if it's almost leaning in on this one. I'm dipping back into my water. I'm just gonna do that. I'm dipping in the black a little. I'm just gonna, oops, that might be a little bit too much black. Going back in my red. Need some damage control here. So clearly I put a little too much black in there. I just wanted a hint and it kind of went overboard. So that's something that often happens when you're kind of just trying to figure things out. But watercolor, while people say it's a little unforgiving, I also find it can easily, you can easily kind of cover things up as well. So it's not always necessarily a bad thing. I'm just doing a little bit of tapered up fine hairs because that's what Beets normally have as well sometimes. All right, and now I'm going to create the greens. Actually, before I do the greens, I'm just going to use the same red because you know how the leaves of the beets have, they have the red in between. So just keeping with this, I'll just draw some kind of viney. Oops, this again, I tried to dip it in the black a little and it became a little too much. Oh no, I am making a mess. All right, and keeping on with that, I'm just going to keep on doing the vines, and I will do this one here. Although this one's kind of mildly dry at this point, but let's try and go in there with it anyways. All right, and now using the green brush that I have, I will go in and get some of the green. I don't like this this bright green, so I always like to mix it up with one of my darker greens because I just find it so jarring and to the eyes. So mixing it up, I'm just watering it down a lot, and I'm just going to go on the outsides and just kind of form what looks like a leaf. And I'll have it touch as well so some of the colors can bleed in, and that's perfectly fine. Like so. And I want the top to be lots of white space going on. In between. I'm going to go ahead and do it for the other one as well. You know, I'm really not feeling this green at all. But I guess this is the this is supposed to be the correct green for it. So I'm just going to paint around it and try and get the shape. It has like what is the word I'm looking for? Like a flowery kind of leaf. It has a lot of curves and whatnot to it, so I'm just gonna keep that open-ended. And have that kind of blend in. And yep, and so this is it, guys. These are the beets. Now, because again, you know how I normally like to wing things, I'm going to try, and if this doesn't work out, please don't do the next step. I'm going to try and go in and with a mix of very little red and the black, I'm just going to try and do some lines, because you know how the beets have the vertical lines, and I want the tip of this to be super fine, and I'm not going to do the lines all over the place, just a few here and there, just to sort of make it a little more realistic, even though this is a very flowy kind of style painting. And you can see some of this is still wet down here, so I like that it's giving that little blendy blur to it. I'm just gonna go down here as well. And yeah, okay, so yeah, just as soon as I can get my hand off the paper, we will be done. Yeah, okay, great. So this is it. So this is how I do the beets. And finally, for the title that I'm going to be using for this is My Heart Beats for You. I know, cheesy as ever, but that's how I like it. So I hope you guys like this. I will be doing the lettering just like I did for the All of You one on the lettering program, which is the Procreate app on the iPad, then transferring it on this, and then creating a poster of this as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please try it out. Let me know how it works out for you, and stay tuned for the next tutorial, guys. Thanks so much. Oh, actually, before I go, if I didn't mention it already and you didn't catch this previously, I'm just going to quickly bring this up. I recently redid my website, revamped my website, and so I really hope you guys can go check it out. And just give me your thoughts on what you thought of it, how you liked it. You can check it out online at claricegomes.ca or claricegomesdesigns.com. Either of them will take you to my website, and you will get to see what I do. So, yep, that's it. I just wanted to put that out there because I'm so bad at letting people know. Thanks, guys, and we will chat soon. Bye.